What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another new series. This time, one I will probably keep, unlike the terrible tutorial series I was trying to make for mods. So, I put up a poll on Twitter. If you don't know that I have a Twitter, it's in the description per usual. But I put up a poll the other day asking if I should do a Let's Play of Ocarina of Time Randomized. And it wasn't any resounding result, but it was a 60-40 mix of yes-no. And so since yes won, and I've been playing the crap out of this, it is super fun, figured I would play. So I'm not going to show you how to get this set up. I'm not going to tell you anything about anything, but I will post a screenshot of the settings that I use so that you can replicate the settings. But I didn't keep a seed or use a seed or anything, so you won't have the same set as I do. I did that just because it's just not as fun. So why don't we get started? And actually, we can even have a little bit of fun with this. There, we'll have fun with this, huh? Lonk. So I chose random tunic colors, and as you can see, we've already started out with the Shadow Medallion. And so, if you don't know what this is, so we have a white tunic. Okay, I thought I noticed that from the opening intro. I chose random, but not true random for tunic colors, so it will choose from the list. So we don't know about any of the other tunics either, but we know that this one is this white color. And if you don't know what this series is all about, or what this is, basically, it's pretty crazy, but pretty cool. Every single chest in the game has been randomized. So if we run over here and start opening chests, there's literally no telling what we're gonna get. It could be anything in the game. Any item in the game, rather. I don't have key sanity, skull sanity, any of the music stuff turned on. So yeah, we got a blue rupee there. Recovery heart. Is this working? Okay, we got the boomerang. You're not supposed to get that there. So you see my point? You get stuff just kind of out of the ordinary. And we got an ice chest. Well, there's not that many of them around, so I guess it was a good thing that we got one of those knocked out early. So, essentially, it's impossible to get completely locked out of a dungeon. Everything is placed in such a way that you can guaranteed finish a dungeon if you can get in there, if you have all the necessary items. And so, yeah, it's kind of an interesting little thing. There are caveats and things that I'll think about as we go that I'll mention if you haven't played this before. But this is just such an incredibly fun thing to play. I've been playing this for probably about 2 weeks now. I've made, I think, 3 saves now that I've actually beaten Ganon in, just because it's really fun. And so yeah, for this playthrough, I'm going to do my absolute best to 100% the game. That way, A, it gives more episodes, and B, it shows, you know, how randomized stuff can be. So this is supposed to be the Kokiri sword, but we ended up getting a piece of heart out of it. So the downside is that was just a piece of heart, but the upside is we have the boomerang. And the reason this is great is that if we run over here, we can start getting weapons kind of early. So since we don't have a sword, there's not a lot we can do, but we can do a couple of things. One of your best weapons until you get a sword, and even if you have a sword, it's still the best weapon, are Deku Sticks. And Deku Sticks are really easy to get. So if we come over here with the boomerang, we can actually get Deku Sticks no problem. We don't have to use a sword to kill the upright Deku Babas. I actually don't know if they have a name. So yeah, a couple of mechanics are changed in the game. First of all, most cutscenes are skipped, which is good, I guess. If you've already played the game, then you would already know. As you can see, this guy does not give 8 craps if I have a sword and a shield or not, which is the default mechanic is that you do have to have both the sword and the shield. But he doesn't care because it's open. The other thing that's changed is to keep you from being blocked into this area without being able to leave. Is I can walk right through the door out to Hyrule Field, so I'm not contained in Kokiri Forest either. I can leave if I want to. I did, however, leave the requirements to entering Ganon's castle as they were, because I don't see any point in being able to just walk into Ganon's castle. I always have thought that was kind of a cheesy mechanic. So I've made it so that you have to have all the medallions. You don't have to have all the stones from being a quote-unquote child, but you do have to have all the medallions. So things that are shuffled are randomized. Obviously, every chest can be replaced with any other chest in the game. The other thing that is different is that every song is shuffled with the other songs. So if I go to get Zelda's Lullaby, I may get Saria's song, I may get the Song of Time. The Ocarina of Time stays where it's supposed to be, so the Ocarina of Time you can only get after all 3 of the Sacred Stones have been acquired. Let's see, what else has been shown? Navi is still just as annoying as ever. Other stuff has been shuffled, and right now it's off the top of my head. I can't remember what all it is. But yeah, so you kind of learn through playing the randomizers exactly what in-code stuff is required, which is kind of fun, is to learn, you know, like, how did they program the game? You kind of discover it based on, you know, if you have this but not this, then you can do something when really it's out of sequence. Like, it's kind of confusing what I mean by that, but you'll see as we go along, probably. So we're bound to find good stuff every now and then. Holy crap. We're not supposed to get this here. This is not, this is a magical randomizer. I'm just saying, this was a random seed, and I'm having the best luck. We can now finish this dungeon. I came in here fully anticipating to not be able to finish, and definitely am lucking out. Plus, what having the slingshot means is that a lot of stuff is opened up for us. I just softlocked myself. I'm gonna have to let myself die. I'm smart. I forgot to go get the shield, and, yeah. So I'll see you guys after this guy has killed me, because I can either reset the game or I can just die. Either way, it doesn't really make a difference. Oh, and you can also change the low health sound. I changed mine to the carrot sound you get when riding Epona, just because I kind of like it. It's less annoying than the default. So, what a shame. That was completely my fault. Let's see. I don't know why I forgot about this being a requirement. So let's go back. And on our way, we'll go ahead and get that last Dekobaba, because we still don't have a sword, even though I suspect it won't take long to get one, considering how good our luck has been. So, yeah. Oh, that's what I was forgetting. The medallions and the gems are shuffled, too. So the sacred gems are shuffled with the medallions. I may finish this dungeon and get the spirit medallion, or any of the adult level medallions, and vice versa. I may end up finishing one of the adult levels and getting one of the child gems. So, it really is just kind of a crapshoot, and that's part of what makes it so fun. So, yeah. Oh, no. I did that, didn't I? Whoops. Oh. There's plenty of places to find rupees, though, and we only need 40. I'm honestly surprised we didn't end up getting a big rupee from one of those chests. The last couple of playthroughs I've had, I've always gotten a 200 rupee in one of those, which is always so frustrating because I can only store 99. And let's see, I'm not going to go in there and get the last one until later. I need to change the setting that makes it so that, oh, you can't actually get that one. It makes a flanking sound. That's funny. I need to change the setting that makes it so you have to hold the Z target, or that you press it once for the Z target. I want it to be held. It's just something I got used to from playing Wind Waker and the later versions of games, is you hold that. You don't just press it once. So, what we may also do while we're out here is, let's see. Is it this one that you get rupees from for jumping off of? Yeah, that one. Cool. While we're out here, I may go into the Lost Woods real quick and get the bonus rupees, or not bonus rupees, but you can get what's supposed to be a seed satchel upgrade for your slingshot, and I'm gonna go get that, and we're gonna see what it turns out to be, because there's no telling. So, another thing that's been changed is if you have oh, what is it? It's... I can't remember what it's called. You get this thing that tells you secrets in the game, and I can't remember. It's something Agony, I think. Unless I'm thinking of the 3DS version. But you get that, and once you get it, you can actually talk to the Gossip Stones, and they will tell you secrets related to your seed, so they'll tell you that doing something will get you this certain item. And it doesn't use exact terms, it uses kind of cryptic terms, like arrows are called danger darts, which I absolutely love. Okay, so rupees, great. That's kind of what I was needing anyways. So, it leaves a lot less for you to have to struggle with. For example, in my very, very first playthrough of this game, with the randomizer, I found out, unfortunately, I had to go through probably one of the most annoying things, the Big Po trading quest, to get the silver gauntlets, which, if you've never played this game before, you absolutely have to have. No, just keep talking. You absolutely have to have to finish the spirit weapon. So that was really annoying. So let's go equip our shield. And this time, we'll be better off. Alright, second verse, same as the first. Actually, maybe not. Maybe with feeling. Yeah. I've played this game. I know that if you jump, you can hold down the forward button. It does things. So, here's a pro tip for the randomizer. Sometimes you'll come into this room and you won't have the slingshot. If you don't jump on the platform. Run off to the side, climb up the vines. Because if you jump on the platform, then it collapses really too. Wow, we're getting some mixed luck. I feel like this seed is super passive-aggressive. So yeah, if you jump on it, it collapses so that you have no way out to knock down the ladder because you're supposed to use the slingshot. You got to be kidding me right now. Oh my god. This is one of the other best things you can get. The hook shot locks you out of so many things if you don't have it. Holy crap. That's amazing. This seed, man, is cheats. So yeah, you're supposed to knock this ladder down with a slingshot, because they assume that this is where you get the slingshot. So if you jump on the platform, and you don't have the slingshot, and you've already ruined your way out, then you get soft-locked, because there's no way to kill yourself in that room, so you have to reset your game after you save. Not a big deal, but definitely an inconvenience. Hence the pro tip. Like that. That was an inconvenience. And if you get to this room and you don't have the slingshot, again, because having the slingshot is... You can actually finish most of this dungeon without it. You need it at some point, but you can get a lot of chests. So if you decide to come up this way without the slingshot, then you can walk by the skulltulas on the wall. If you just are very, very careful. And as soon as they turn bluish-purple, just stop moving completely, and they will stop aggroing you. But they only get you whenever they're facing you. So you can move anytime they're not actually facing you. If you've ever watched a randomizer Let's Play, then I'm repeating a lot of information, and I'm sorry. But most of this information is first episode info that you'll probably never hear me say again. So let's see what this chest is first. Heart piece, great, thanks. Oh! Heart containers at the end of every boss are also randomized. Sometimes you'll get kind of screwed over, and if you haven't found like the map or the compass in the dungeon yet, and you've gotten all the other chests, a lot of times your end loot ends up being like the map. Alright, ruby, no problem. This guy. Boomerang's nice because it does not require ammo. And that is our first gold skulltula of the game. Ow. Why didn't I take any damage from that? I feel like I definitely should have taken damage. Save that for later. And take out one of these guys. So I'm trying to think about how I want to end up keeping these episodes, because the upside of these, and the reason why these can go without replacing the Let's Play series, the Minecraft Let's Play series, is that these are supposed to be pretty easy to edit as far as I'm thinking. I can't think of any reason why they should be so terribly difficult. The cutting points are going to be... I won't have as much silence that I'll need to cut out, because there's a lot of gameplay that's still happening. It's not like I'll be quiet and crafting stuff. Because crafting quietly is kind of boring to watch, but doing something quietly in this game makes it not so much. So I'm thinking that should make it a little bit easier, so that if I do have a quiet zone in my footage, then it's more than likely because I have legitimately I need to cut. Oh, come on, you can get it. So I think that each episode is going to be either the length of a dungeon if I'm in the middle of one, like now, or just if in between, then it'll be like if I take some time to get to the next dungeon. So here we have the map. Anything important? No. So at least that's what I'm thinking. So yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Save the Deku's dick. So yeah, this room is where you'll have to stop if you don't have the slingshot. You know, that numbering has always messed me up for some reason. To the 23 is number 1. I don't know why, but I've always thought that that meant you do the second one, the third one, and then the... Well, I've always thought that instead of doing the second one, the third one, and the first one, that, like, the placement was... I don't know. It always flips my brain up for some reason. I have no idea why. It's completely logical, and I get that sometimes I literally just have a mental problem. I think of things backwards a lot. Like, I do my math completely backwards. Come on. There we go. But... Alright, take this guy out. I'm gonna go over here and whack these with the boomerang to see if I can get some more pellets or seeds. I don't need rupees. Fine, get the rupee, give me the seeds. Now, another thing that I will probably be using, just a tool that I'll probably be using, is the Ocarina of Time randomizer tool. Not tool. Crap. Completely messed up my words. There's an Ocarina of Time item tracker online that you can use. I'll probably be using that as well. I'm not yet, but once you get into it a little bit, there's a lot of things that you can do, and it's very difficult to remember what you have and haven't done, what you can and can't do. So it's a really useful tool, and I don't consider it necessarily cheating or like an unfair advantage versus like playing it without. But I will try to go as far as I possibly can without it and just try to remember things that I've already done. But if you've never seen the tool, it's actually really good. I'll probably post it in the comments or in the description of every episode just so you can see. But it's really neat just in the fact that it shows you exactly what all places you are able to go to based on your current inventory set. And I'm fairly certain it's written for randomizers. Haha, they can't reach me. And now this room. Let's see. So yeah, I hope you guys are not too terribly offended by this. I was surprised that so many people said no to the Let's Play of this. Like, not that I care, you'll do what, you know, you guys want to do, but I really didn't see any reason why someone would say no, necessarily. But, you know, let me know if there's things about this that you think I should change, or things that you don't like. So, like I was saying earlier about the whole chests and map and compass and boss item, notice that we haven't gotten the compass yet. I'm betting that we're gonna get the compass from Goma. I'm calling it now. And granted, you don't have to do the dungeons in order, but I'm going to try my absolute hardest to do them in order if I can. Maybe not visit them in order, but complete them in order for sure. Come on. So this is my tactic for getting around without a sword, is you can just use Deku Sticks. If you jump slash with a Deku Stick, you actually do a crap ton of damage. It's actually a little more than the Master Sword. So it's kind of ironic, but also very powerful. It makes getting through this without the sword much easier. See, I don't hit. So, not exactly what I would term difficult. We currently have the infinite Deku Stick of power. You don't keep these for very long, unfortunately, but like if I come over here and hit a wall with it, didn't fail. It tends to happen whenever the stick breaks on the ground and another enemy at the same time. What did I say? What did I say? Compass. Hold it. But yeah. So we don't have bombs yet, and that'll be kind of problematic for the next episode. But we do have the boomerang, which means that if we wanted to skip ahead, we could actually go do Jabu Jabu's belly. See what I mean? We got the forest medallion. Also, no cutscenes. Hooray. Alright, so I'm gonna end... What do you want? Yes, I did. Shush. He's actually never talked to me in the past. I guess I've never done this in order. I usually go talk to Saria, get the Ocarina, and then have to come back, so... Maybe that's why. So I'm going to end the episode talking to Saria as we leave. Again, you can do this cutscene that I'm about to do at any point in the game. You don't have to go fight Goma. It just happened to be super convenient and right there and readily available. So why wouldn't we? And we got the Fairy Ocarina. No big deal. So another thing that's cut, and then this is my last note, is there's no Kapora Gabora. Goodbye, stupid owl. Rest in peace. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. I have no idea what we're going to do, and that's the point of the randomizer.